Hi everyone, welcome back to Alex Siberia's YouTube channel. My name is Emily, and in today's video I will be sharing how I created 2 cards featuring the new Spring Meadow die set. I will be using the sort of background that you can see here on screen. I cut them out of this beautiful green color, and I will also use the set with the bunnies and butterflies and flowers and everything. So both of them I will use together. You can see the butterfly here, and I should say that this was the first time I used this die set, and I was very much inspired by the packaging, and that is something I encourage you to do because companies spend a lot of time trying to create beautiful packaging for you as a customer. And I was so inspired by this beautiful package that I decided to try this color combination for my project today. And I can tell you, I would never in a million years have come up with this color combination if I hadn't seen it. It's just not a color combination that I would have dared to try. It's very bold with all of the purple and hot pink. I sort of more drowning too. I sort of most like a little bit more plain colors, but you can see how beautiful that turned out together, and I'm very happy that I tried it. I was so inspired actually that I tried this color combination for another project coming up later, so I hope you will check that out as well. But with that said, packaging is great. You can really get some nice inspiration for your upcoming projects, and especially the first one, so get to know the product a little bit more. So that is something I encourage you to do. And here you can see I'm just making sure that my flowers are going to fit perfectly, since they are sort of a puzzle to nestle in everywhere here. And I had some pink flowers also inspired by the packaging. If I had done this, I probably would have gone with that hot pink once more, just because I already used it once. But no, you should use the pale one. It really turned out nicely. And you can see I'm trying to figure out which layer to use first. So the flowers will be a little bit covered up by other elements. So for example, that bunny will go on top of this flower, and the bird as well will sit on top of the flower. So you have to think before attaching all of your elements. So some of them I will also raise up just to give some more dimension to your background. And especially these elements that are going to go on top, I love them to have some dimension, just to make sure that they are really standing out from the background. So you can see your flowers here, very beautiful. Some more dimension, I believe. Of course, we need to have that. Fits like a puzzle on top of this, so cute. Really love it. And then we have our little ladybug and our beautiful butterfly. If I would do the ladybug once more, I would go with more of a vibrant pink, just to tie in with everything else. And then we have our cute bunnies. And of course I had some dimension on top of those as well. I just love how he turns out on top of this, so cute, and they are just looking at each other. I think it's so beautiful. I did some dry embossing with one of the new hot foiling plates. This one is the abstract floral background. You can see how cute that turned out. And for the sentiment, I used the new all around, I believe, sentiments. And it just says congratulations, and you can see I raised this up a ton by just taking some liquid glue and stucking some paper a bunch of times. And on top of this I will go in with some metallic gold cardstock, just to tie everything together. I love how this turned out. I think they are just stunning when they are sort of raised up. I really think that brings a lot to the project. For the dry embossed background, you can see it's in a cream colored cardstock. And I will have that peek out underneath our beautiful cluster. But before we do that, we really need to raise this up, of course, with some more foam squares, just to give it some more fun dimension. And then we can press it on top here. So cute, I really love it. And then we can have our sentiment, and I will play around with that and actually come back because I didn't know exactly where it was going to go. I had two places that I really liked it, but it actually is gonna go down there with the bunnies. For my second project, I am using this beautiful background once more. I have another one that I created. I cut this to be slightly smaller than an A2 card front. And then I created a bunch of elements, but I ended up creating even more butterflies with the pieces that I cut. Since these dies are connected, you get a ton of pieces from one pass through, and I saved those and I created all of these butterflies that you can see on top of my card. And I decided to put one more together for you here on screen. And it was really fun just playing and making sure that all of the colors, nearly all of the colors, are on all of the projects. Super cute. And then we have our 5 butterflies with some dimension in the middle, and the congratulations nestled in there. So this die set can really be used in many ways, and I think it's fun to take these elements and create something on their own. They are beautiful, and I can see myself having these as focal points on all types of different cards. And you can see I will play around with the placement for all of this just to make sure that it looks nice when I have attached my sentiment. And to fill it out even more, I had these gold bubbles on my desk from a previous project. You will actually see them all through May, I think, because I created a ton with these bubbles from Trinity Stamps, and they are quite large, but I like that they are really filling out all of these empty areas. And you can see how cute this looks with the congrats down there with the bunnies. And of course I needed some more of those gold bubbles to tie everything together. So here are the finished projects for today. We have our butterfly card and the one with both of our Spring Meadow die sets. And I also want to mention once more that I was very much inspired by the packaging for the color combinations. So I will encourage you to look at all of Alex Saberia's packaging because they are a great source of inspiration. So thank you so much for stopping by, and now I will leave you with some pictures of my projects for today. Thank you so much, and I see you soon. Bye!